Welcome to another Repower Hour, a free weekly resource for us to breathe and move and center and ground in our innate power. Today's going to be dedicated to the spring equinox. We're in this beautiful time of a new year, a new cycle of rebirth, where not only are the flowers and the plants blooming, but we are blooming as well, or preparing to bloom. And so I really want to center in that energy today. Is anybody already feeling in their personal lives the effects of this spring equinox? We're also in the middle of yes, I don't want to be all like everything is beautiful, because the world is still in this serious moment of everything's falling away. Basically, the veils are being torn down, and there's a lot of chaos and a lot of destruction, a lot of distraction as well. And in the astral world, it's not just energetic new year, it's not just spring equinox, it's not just Aries season, which is, Aries season is ruled by Mars. It's not just this activating energy. It's also still a time of okay, let's do this differently, because we're in the middle of so many eclipses. The main ones that y'all may know about are Mercury and Venus, and really big times of reviewing how we're communicating, not just verbally, but energetically. How are we expressing our truth? And how is that maybe not in alignment with who we're meant to be in this season? Venus retrograde, taking a look at, and astrologers don't come from me. I'm not an astrologer, okay? This is just the way that I perceive the energy as somebody who perceives energy for a living. Venus retrograde for me especially has been this clarity bomb that has dropped on me. This big clarity bomb about how the ways that I present myself in my work need to be shifted. The ways that my relationship with beauty, my relationship with people, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my habits and routines. And of course, you want to check out where all of this lands in your personal birth chart. It's going to take time to settle and feel this bloom energy, but I think we're already here. Already feeling the catalysts and just the shifts. Let's get started with just some simple neck rolls today. We want to roll our neck, but as we're rolling, when we go to the back, inhale deeply through your nose and exhale when you go forward. Just some neck rolls to relieve tension, and if you feel pain, just go extra slowly, but just inhaling back, exhaling forward. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, watching this replay on YouTube. I think it's super awesome if you get to join these live, because you get to chat with me and also experience the medicine live, but I love a replay. I'm trying to read the chat as I'm neck rolling, but I'm going to be extra present. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Slowly. Releasing the tension in our neck. The neck is being so important, and the throat being so important. Because if our spine is our energetic highway for our creativity, for our chakra energy, for our kundalini energy, that undying godly force within us, and it's supposed to rise through our spine, our throat is the last canal that it has to go up before it reaches the top of the head and really burst through into our crown, making us an aligned channel for creativity and power and light. Okay, now wherever you're going, just go reverse. Reverse the neck. Still inhaling back. Exhaling forward. My head wrap is so heavy today, guys. Oh my god. I feel like a bobblehead right now. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. I know some, like, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, like the reversed can be a little weird. So I just try to like align my ear to my shoulder without moving my shoulder. This is my weird way of going. The other way feels much more comfortable. This is why we have to be extra intentional. And I have a lot more tension going this way. I am a side sleeper. We all know. If you're a side sleeper, you know. Ooh, lots of tension here. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And this is a great, easy, fast, not fast, free, I meant to say, way of relieving tension. Okay, let your neck just hang here for a second. Bobbing back and forth a little slowly. Ooh. Breathing through it. Really letting your head drop, feeling that tension melt away and feeling that stretch in the middle of your back, letting it go farther down and feeling that stretch in the farther down lower back. The more tension you relieve, the farther your stretch can go. Going side to side. All right, roll yourself up slowly. Ooh, coming back to center. How was that? Let's do some shoulder rolls as well. Just rolling back. You may even feel some tension melting in your arms, which is great. I like to think of this as a little bit of a heart opener as well. We're not like profusely opening the chest, but you know, it's opening up the heart gently and softly. Thank you for showing up today for me, and thank you for showing up today for you. So as you're rolling, really open up the heart. Let this be a heart opener. Really open up the heart. I'm feeling tension relieved from my right arm, which is great because as a reminder, the arms, are an extension of your heart. And they tend to hold a lot of energy, a lot of tension. So if you're ever getting a massage and they like forget your arms, just ask them to also massage your arms. It's like the best part. And something that you can do for yourself throughout the day too. Okay, wherever you are now, roll forward. Rolling forward. And even as you go back, opening up the chest. One of my favorite reasons for sharing Repower Hour is it's almost like a way to help us get back to basics, because I'm not doing anything extraordinary here. The most extraordinary thing I'm doing is sharing with my time with you, my energy with you, honestly, because it is precious to me. But I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm sharing with you different breathwork techniques, different somatic release techniques, meditation techniques. We are doing guided journeys, but also sharing ways for you to ground and ways for you to protect. I don't think it's anything out of this world. I don't claim for this time to be anything out of this world. I just think it's really necessary for us to give ourselves the time. And if you're able to meet me here live or able to use these replays for your own practice, because sometimes we really just don't know where to start, right? And that's okay. I don't want you to have to pretend that you know what you're doing. we do have all these tools within us. With these times, these repower hours, I think act as like a way to remember, like, oh, I know how to roll my shoulders, right? I know how to roll my neck. I feel like I have to roll my neck a few times too after rolling my shoulders, because I have so much neck tension. So much neck tension. Hello to everybody just joining. I hope you stay. You're not too late. You're on perfect timing. All right. Let's just do, I was going to do a spinal twist, but let's just do a few, okay? Let's just do a few spinal twists. If you're sitting in a chair on the floor, oh, thank you for so much for buying a badge. Thank you for anybody who chooses to donate. I am accepting tips. They are very helpful because these are free. Thank you so much. Okay, so wherever you are, just like put, let's go to your left side, left hand going behind you, right hand going in front of you. I'm going to drop my mic for a second and just twisting your spine. Not hard. You don't want to crack your back or anything crazy. Just a good twist to twist the spine. Again, the spine is your energetic highway, your sushumna. It's your energetic highway for Kundalini energy, for your creative God force energy that lives at the bottom of your spine. Okay, at your lower back. And when it's warm, it's able to travel. That energy is able to travel up as we cultivate it and like really live in your entire system. So keep warming up the spine by twisting. So left hand is dropping back, right hand is dropping forward, and right next to you. And just breathe here. A couple deep breaths here. If you're able to and it's available to you, see if you can look behind you. Okay, now switch sides. Thank you, Jacqueline, for buying a badge too. I so appreciate y'all. So appreciate y'all. So hand dropping back, other hand in front. See if you can see behind you. And just take a few deep breaths here. Slowly twist back to center. We're going to do some simple breath work, okay? First one's going to be segmented breathing. If y'all know me, you know I love me some segmented breathing. Segmented breathing is so cool to me. It's just so easy. It's breathing in parts to reach different parts of your, the meridians of your body. We have 72,000 energy highways in the body. And when we breathe in different parts, we can focus and bring that breath to the parts of your body that need it the most. So I want us to just tune into our body for a second. Close your eyes, hands on your knees, your lap, wherever you want to put them, but put them down, facing down. If you can put them on your body, that would be great, because it'll help you tune into the denseness in your body. See where you're feeling denseness. Notice how I'm not saying negativity or shame or anything, just denseness. Let's try to approach whatever emotions, whatever feelings with neutrality so that we can locate them easier. So seeing them with love, not with ego. Denseness. It could be anywhere in the body. Maybe it's in the head, maybe it's in the heart. Maybe it's on your left side, maybe it's on your right side. Oh, so many badges purchased. Thank you. And for anybody watching the replay on YouTube or on Instagram, if you wanted to donate, I'm going to leave a link, or not link, but my Venmo and my Cash App on the screen on YouTube. And also you can head to my Buy Me a Coffee link, which is in the link in my bio if you're watching on Instagram, and I'll leave it on the screen on YouTube as well. which you can donate a little bit more and leave me a little note, which I love, and it's displayed on my page. And also, if you're feeling really generous, I know it's tax season, if you're feeling really generous and you want to set a recurring donation, whether or not you can show up to Repower Hour, that is lovely. This is not me asking, but this is like, hey, if you're open to that, I know there are people who like to donate. I am definitely somebody who likes to donate to causes and different charities when I got it. And if you got it, and if you want to give it, you can give it to me. And so that has the capability to do recurring donations. So yeah, locating denseness in the body. Thank y'all for purchasing badges, for sending tips and things. Okay. All right. I want you to keep consciousness, like keep a connection to the denseness in your body. You don't have to label it. You don't have to know where it came from. Just the denseness. Maybe it's different parts. Just stay conscious of where they are and let's breathe into them. Okay. So when you inhale, just try to visualize or like picture that breath going to those parts of that body. Okay. And the segment of breathing that we're going to do today, we're going to start with 4 parts in, 4 parts out. In through the nose and out through the nose. Okay. And that looks like this. I did it a little bit fast just for demonstration's sake, but breathing in 4 parts through the nose and exhaling through the nose in 4 parts. And remember, when we inhale, we're inflating the belly with air, okay? So I'm going to hold my belly, holding on to the navel, my solar plexus, my space of power, my space of will. We talked so much about that. Marina shared so much wisdom with us about that on Sunday during the Moment of Medicine virtual day retreat. And we're so excited to host many more. She shared so much wisdom about the navel, our space of self-confidence, willpower, self-esteem. This is where I tend to see the goddess energy within us, whether you're woman, man, non-binary, doesn't matter. We all have that energy that commands energy without having to demand it. Good. I'm glad that felt good to do. Okay, so breathing in 4 and out 4. Do this at your own pace. And make sure you exhale everything. When you exhale, try to exhale slower than you inhaled. If you're starting to feel lightheaded, it is normal, but that also means you want to go slower. Okay? Lightheaded or tingliness in your body, it's normal. This is a clarifying breath. Keep going. This is a clarifying breath. This is an energizing breath. This is a breath this is like a blooming breath, right? It is moving energy within the body. Whereas if we would have done and 4 parts in, 8 parts out, that would have been a clearing breath. This is a clarifying, energizing breath. So really good for the morning, okay? Really good for the morning time. So breathing in 4, exhaling out 4 through the nose. Couple more of these. Okay, wherever you are, we're going to switch. We're going to switch to 4 parts in, 1 part out. And in that 1 part out, I want to do the exhale through the mouth. Okay, 4 parts in through the nose. Deep, slow exhale through the mouth. Okay, so let's get that going. 4 inhales in through the nose, 1 deep, slow exhale through the mouth. Okay, go at your own pace. And again, we're inhaling, filling the belly with air each time. Holding a little bit, exhale deep, slow through the mouth. Easy peasy, so effective. Don't judge yourself, by the way. If you can't go deep, breathe as deeply. My lung capacity is different. I've been teaching breathwork for over 3 years now. 3 years now. I've been practicing breathwork intentionally every day for over 3 years now. So don't judge yourself. This takes time and practice. And the more and more that you breathe, the more and more that your lung capacity expands, the more that you have capacity to not only breathe, but to hold prana in your body, to hold life force energy in your body, that animating force. Okay. Inhaling 4, exhaling 1 deep breath through the mouth. Keep going. I think it's also so powerful to hear yourself breathing. So like I thought today maybe I should play some music. And I'm like, you know what? No. Let's let everybody hear their breath. I think it's so powerful to hear your breath. Your breath is medicine. Your breath is a really simple and the easiest way, free way. You don't need anything. You don't need arms. You don't need legs. You can just breathe. Free, easy way to return to your power and return and balance yourself in any moment of happiness, moment of chaos. It's a great way to hold happiness and joy in the body. It's a great way to expel denseness in a quick and easy way. Okay, a couple more of these. And add whatever like visualization or connotation you want to this. Maybe you're inhaling something that feels really good. And with force and with intention, you're exhaling everything that doesn't belong to one swell breath. And keep breathing out, keep exhaling until every part of breath, every piece of breath, every breath is out of your body. Wherever you are, let that be your final exhale. And just sit with yourself, eyes closed. Tune into those feelings, all those parts of your body, where you were feeling denseness. and see how they've been emptied, returning you back to factory settings. And if there's any other parts of your body where you're feeling denseness, really setting the intention that as you move today, as you speak today, as you move and speak grounded in your power and your truth, that they'll dissipate because they don't belong. I want us to sit for a beautiful visualization that I've prepared today. Really dedicated to the spring equinox energy. We've just been through a full cycle of seasons with the spring equinox in 2024, this moment of rebirth, the summer solstice where we truly get to exist in our bloom, enjoying the energy of the sun, our life force giver. Then the autumn equinox, where we allow death to happen, where we allow things that don't belong to fall away. That beginning stage of recalibration. And then winter, where we sit with ourselves in that deep recalibration, feeling the power of the winter solstice, a time of darkness, time of stillness, and then re-entering and re-emerging with the spring equinox again, this beautiful time of rebirth. So I want you to think of yourself like a seedling right now. You are just a seedling, not a mere seedling, but a powerful seedling. A little seed resting in rich, nourishing environment, because we all are right now, even amidst these eclipse energies and these retrogrades. The energy is rich. The energy is nourishing, surrounded by potential. And so you as a seedling in this rich, nourishing soil, feel surrounded by warmth, by safety, by the love of the earth. Giving love to the seeds within yourself, those parts that may be hidden or may have been hidden but are alive, the parts that hold your wisdom, your desires, your clarity, that has been shaped by the past seasons of winter, fall, and summer. The warmth and the nourishing and the richness of the soil, of the environment begin to stir something deep inside you. You're feeling the call to become awakened, not by force, but a natural unraveling and a natural and divine time. Feel as your seed begins to soften, the crust of the seed opening up, old layers falling away that once served a purpose in your existence but no longer do. Protection that's no longer needed, an encasing, an identity that's no longer necessary, fear that's no longer relevant to you. And what remains is your pure essence, the flavor of your soul, like I like to say, ready to rise and take form into something beautiful, ready to rise and root and take form into something different, being okay with that uniqueness, and also being okay with the growing pains, knowing that it's all a part of this beautiful cycle. As your seed begins to sprout, roots start to extend deep into the earth. And as you picture this, feeling your own physical roots extending deep into the earth, this energetic growth downward, mirroring the expansion that's about to take place upward, knowing that we can only grow as high as our roots are deep. Each root representing something that supports your capacity to hold more, representing your boundaries, your practices, your routines, your communication, your devotion to love, your devotion to truth. Your devotion to reclaiming and remembering your path. Letting any sounds that come up just be a part of this environment. The stronger your roots, the more you can trust your own becoming without needing to rush, compare, or control. Because rooting is about remembering what sustains you. This rooting is helping you be stable in yourself, stable in your truth, even when the world moves quickly, even when the world is falling apart around you, even when the world is calling for your distraction. You stay devoted. Rooting deeply, building a foundation that is going to hold you steady through everything ahead. Every small decision, rooting you deeply. Knowing what blooming looks like, but knowing that it takes time. It takes time. It takes devotion. It takes intention. And as your roots grow deeper, at the top, your stem grows taller, reaching towards the sun, reaching towards the essence of spirit, that life-giving force. And your stem grows taller, and a bud begins to form. A beautiful bud, noticing what color it is for you. Beautiful bud representing the part of you that's ready to emerge in truth and creativity, that's been ready to express, that's ready to create new energy in the world, that's ready to lead. And maybe not just lead others, but lead yourself. And as that bud begins to bloom, slowly, petal by petal, you feel the energy of your essence expanding. Not performing, not proving anything, just being in your full truth, in the full flavor of who you are. It's not about perfection. It's about embodied presence, allowing yourself to take up rightful space, allowing yourself to take up rightful space. Knowing that you're blooming doesn't mean that you're taking anything from the sun, that there is enough to give for all. Recognizing that you're in a beautiful garden, everybody on this live, on this recording, blooming together beside each other, beside the entire world. Notice your flower. What color is it? What kinds of petals? And the strength of your stem, the strength of your roots. Through your stem, your body, and your roots in the ground and into the world around you. Your power being anchored, and the power in your beauty. You are bloomed and no longer waiting. You are here. You are alive, fully, unapologetically alive. And that alone is worthy of a beautiful and pleasurable life. Feel yourself as whole, rooted, risen, still, alive, grounded, expansive, unfolded, trusting, becoming, and knowing that this represents you, that this flower, this power, this ability to grow a seedling, to let it take root, to let it stem and bud and bloom and blossom is within you. That power, the respect for nature, the respect for natural cycles, the trusting in divine time, the trusting that even when things die and fall away, that they make space for rebirth, and that they're a part of the natural cycle of life. Trusting in your rhythm. Be very still, resting in the fullness of your being. And let the steadiness that you've cultivated here remind you that you're not separate from the pulse of the world. The grief, the beauty, the struggle, the resilience are all parts of these natural cycles of life, death, and rebirth. And in a time where so much feels uncertain, where there's violence and injustice and they weigh really heavy, especially on communities that have been long targeted and silenced, it is such an incredible and powerful act to stay connected to the way that you trust yourself. It is such a powerful act to stay connected to what can be created anew. It is such a powerful act to stay connected to your dreams, to still have a vision of seeding and blooming. It's a powerful act to remember when they want you to forget, to stand in your power when they want you to be weak. To remember the power of community when they want you to feel lonely. To remember and stand and ground in the power of love when they only want you to align with rage and hate. Your life is a powerful act. Your life is a powerful act. Repeat that to yourself. My life is a powerful act. My life is a powerful act. My decisions are resistance if I am intentional about them. So hold within you that image of the flower that you became, vibrant, powerful, alive. Know that you are an important part of all of this, a living being in deep relationship with the cycles of nature, one who births and rebirths and dies and rebirths again and again and again. And your bloom is not just for you. It honors the rhythm of life, contributing to pollination, right? Your energy rippling out and affecting everyone around you through space, time, and dimension, to nourishment, to the well-being of all, and to collective healing. Let this inner bloom be a reminder of your capacity to transform. Let this inner bloom be a reminder of your capacity to support yourself, to trust in your divine timing, to support life around you, to be a part of what sustains and regenerates in a world that so deeply needs it. Carry this flower with you, within you, in your heart, not just as a memory, but as a living truth to return to again and again and again when you need it most. Take a few deep breaths here. And start to slowly come back into your body. Wiggling your hand, your fingers and toes. Maybe rolling your shoulders back and forward a few times, rolling your neck. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and join us for the last 10 minutes in sharing together in community, which is like one of my favorite parts of all this. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can also share in the comments what came up for you in that visualization, what your flower looked like. Maybe you're really knowledgeable about flowers and you know what kind of flower it was, color it was. Color I'm interested in because it tells me a lot about the energy of you. So if you want to share that and the type of petals and all that. Any lies that fell away. This has been a big week for me of, sitting with these clarity bombs and allowing the lies that have reemerged or that have emerged within me to be released through different things, from conversations with dear friends to I had a therapy session yesterday, to my own modalities, to honestly just doing nothing. I've been doing a lot of nothing the past 2 days, just to sort of like let the intelligence of my body and my energy do what it does. We moved a lot of energy on Sunday during our virtual retreat through conversation and through breathwork and mantra and kundalini yoga and sound healing. And so allowing myself to reintegrate. So let me know in the comments of YouTube what came up for you, what your flower was like. Thank y'all for buying badges during the journey. We have a light pink hydrangea, a pink hibiscus, lots of pink. Beautiful. Pink to me is like always roots us to or connects us to the root chakra. And it's like red mixed with white, right? So there's a lot of that like white divinity energy there, but also red, which is safety and stability. And grounding, rootedness. Maybe that's something that you should pay attention to. Like maybe you feel like you have to pay attention to, or an area of your life right now where that's being recalibrated. Flower was blue purple. That's like upper chakra region, right? Third eye. Sorry for the sirens. Third eye, crown chakra. So connection to our spirit, letting us know that we don't have to do this alone. We don't have to do this like just humanly. That we should really lean into our spiritual practices, our spiritual routines. Talk to our guides. Make sure our ancestral practices are on point if that's something that we have. Not all of us have a relationship or like have practices in which we connect to our ancestors, but at the very least we can like acknowledge that like, hey, I know that you're there and I want to thank you for being the boots on the ground, right? For helping me in this world, point me in the right direction. Thank you for that. Red, again, root chakra, safety, stability, money, housing. Yeah, and did anybody else see like this garden, see each other, right? Were there animals around? In the last, I think it was the last Repower hour, we had a visualization where we saw a spirit animal, and that was really special. So did you see any animals, any bees, any birds? Because they all pertain and they all bring a different message. I'm drinking some bone broth over here. Shout out to bone broth. Butterflies. Yeah, somebody said that they saw butterflies. Butterflies are like the animal messenger of transformation, right? It's like so literal and so beautiful because they literally put themselves in a cocoon and they have to intentionally, again, make that decision to go through that wintering, right? That moment of stillness to, and then, I don't know if y'all know this, but in order for a caterpillar to turn into a butterfly, they have to turn into goo. Like they don't just like grow arms and legs from their physical, the cavity of their body. They literally turn into nothing. And I think this is the point that we're at right now. The spring equinox is a 0 point, right? We went through that yesterday where the light and the dark are at equal. We have equal hours of day, equal hours of night. And it's the 0 point. In yoga, we call that shunya. It's the most special point possible because it's like, oh, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman, I'm not a person, I'm just a spirit, I'm just a being, I'm just energy. And from here, I'm able to become whatever is in alignment with me. And so butterflies are a really special messenger. I attract insects. I don't know if I've shared that with y'all before, but I attract insects. They are my animal messenger. I have for like the past, like I want to say 10 plus years where I've really been deep in my spiritual journey. Sometimes they show up alive, sometimes they show up dead, sometimes they, like, there's some weird, creepy, crawly ones, sometimes it's butterflies. The month before my brother passed, I was living on a cloud. I was in such a beautiful time in my life. I was happy, I was healing, I was making good money. I was doing work that I really, really loved. And I remember I was leaving a brand event that I had been invited to in the middle of Manhattan, the middle of Fifth Avenue, to be specific, which was really busy. And it was on a Saturday. And a black butterfly landed on my purse and walked with me for like 6 blocks. And there's a video of it on my Instagram. I kind of almost want to find it and repost it on my stories later for anybody who's watching this. And I was like, ooh, a black butterfly. And it wasn't until after he passed that I started to review like how many times Spirit was letting me know like, hey, you're about to go through a massive change. And also, I've never seen a black butterfly before. It was gorgeous, and it was also mysterious, and it also felt like a warning. And so pay attention. There's so much magic in the mundane. So much magic in the mundane. So many messages in the mundane. Yeah, definitely saw some wings, maybe an eagle. Yeah, eagle medicine. Somebody mentioned that on Sunday too, during our retreat. Spiders. And I encourage y'all to look this up. Look up these messengers, look up these flowers, also the spiritual meaning of these flowers. I'm sure there's a resource out there. I shared recently that my favorite resource is for animals, especially, is spirit-animals.com. It's a really easy website and has a bunch of animals on there, but really connects me to the meaning of these animals. And it always hits. You may have your own resource, so just go research that. And also, beyond researching, just use your intuition to connect with what that animal messenger, flower messenger meant for you. Does anybody have any questions, any insights, anything that they want to share? Before we disconnect today, I want to say thank you for joining us for this really simple but powerful. I feel good, right? You feel good in the body. That visualization came to me last night. As I was thinking about what do we do for spring equinox. I don't want to make it too too aggressive, even though we are in Aries season, which is the first astrological sign, which is why this is totally a period of rebirth. And it is a fire season, but I don't want anybody to feel the pressure to go fast just because it's the real new year is here. Boom, boom, boom. No, we're going to get the chance to. We're still meant to go slowly. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie said Sunday was amazing. It was. We're still meant to go slowly. Take your time, but really be really intentional about the decisions that you're making step by step. Somebody asked, I feel like somebody wants to ask, but nobody's asking what to do around this time. This is a time to get serious about the intentions that you want to set. This is a time to start working with your Visions Unbound workbook. You can get that at melaniesantos.co/products, or you can just go to the link in my bio, and there's 2 links there, one to the virtual version and one to the paperback version. This is a time to start working with it and work with it throughout the month, because it's a really powerful way to reflect and review and also set intentions and also understand our impact. Our energetic impact in our own lives, and then our lives' impact in the world. I injected a lot of education in there. There's rituals in there. There's I think over 12 rituals in there, 15, something like that. Written rituals in there. Ways to set powerful, powerful intentions. But this is a great time to start working on it. Take your time with it. I made it thick and long. Pause. Oh my God. What a dirty mind I have. Thick and long for a reason. Always a child, forever a child. So that you could take your time with it. I could have made it 1 page. I could have made it a virtual course. I could have made it something easy. And I don't think easy is more worthy or whatever. I didn't want to make it easy. Not that I chose to make it difficult, but I chose to make it complex because we are complex. And I think we have many sides and we have to honor all these parts of us. And so I think this workbook really does. And so you can get your Visions Unbound workbook on the link in my bio, and you can get it at melaniesantos.co/products. I encourage you to start working on your intentions and start to truly take the baby steps that you need to really achieve your goals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody said these lives are transformative. Thank you so much for all you do. I so appreciate y'all. I do this because I love it. And I really find it necessary right now. It's the very least that I could do in these times of destruction and distraction to be like, hey, every Friday, 9 a.m. Hey, look over here. Remember that it's in here. It's not out here. It's in here. It's in here. Okay, it's in here. It's in here. It's in here. It's in here. So I'm called to let you know that, please nourish yourself extra special. I feel like this is a time where we should be switching also how we eat, eating a little bit more fresh. We've been in this winter season of a lot of stews and soups and warming foods, and still stay on that realm, but also maybe we start making some pasta salads. Fresh ingredients. The produce is going to be different soon. Feeding ourselves and nourishing ourselves so that we can bloom from within. Thank you. Woke up feeling a bit anxious, but I feel more grounded and inspired. I'm so glad that you were here. Appreciate you, Rue. All right, y'all, 9:59. Thank y'all for joining here. Thank you for joining on YouTube. These are always accessible on my YouTube channel, so that you can watch them on Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and whatever it is that you might need it. Please share it with friends and family. Share it in your stories if you're watching on Instagram. And I love you deeply, and I love you. Thank you for joining. Share this video with somebody who you might love, and do it with your kids, with your partners. I think these are, again, really important reminders of like, oh, wait, it's simple and I got it. And it's really simple to remind myself that I got it. So I hope these are helpful, and I will see you soon.